From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, February the 27th, 2017. A rocket was fired from Gaza into Israel overnight last night. The projectile landed in an open area in the Sha'ar HaNegev Regional Council in southern Israel, and no damage or injury was reported. Israel Air Force fighter jets responded to the attack, hitting 5 Hamas terror targets in Gaza today, after which the terror group warned that it, quote, will not accept continued aggression by Israel. The IDF said it holds Hamas accountable for all attacks from the Gaza Strip that threaten Israel and her citizens. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu echoed the sentiment. He said, "We respond to all fire at our territory. Thus we did today, and as such we will do in the future." Netanyahu returned to Israel this weekend after official state visits to Singapore and Australia. He told his weekly cabinet meeting today that his travels have bolstered Israel's security and economy. Well, a number of Jewish community centers were yet again targeted with bomb threats today. At least 8 JCCs received phoned-in threats today. They include Jewish community centers in Asheville, North Carolina, Davie, Florida, York, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, Indiana, Tarrytown, New York, and in Delaware. The Upper School of Charles E. Smith Jewish Day School in Rockville, Maryland, and the David Posnick Jewish Day School in Davie, Florida also received threats. All of the buildings were evacuated and ultimately given the all-clear by local authorities. As we have been reporting to you, some 60 JCCs and Jewish schools have received nearly 70 bomb threats since the beginning of the year. And another Jewish cemetery was vandalized this weekend. Over 100 headstones were knocked over and damaged at the Mount Carmel Cemetery in Philadelphia. This follows similar vandalism of a cemetery outside of St. Louis just about a week ago. Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney said the city was doing its best to find those responsible. He said in a statement, "Hate is not permissible in Philadelphia. I encourage Philadelphians to stand with our Jewish brothers and sisters and to show them that we are the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection." Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf tweeted that the vandalism of Jewish headstones at a Philadelphia cemetery is a cowardly, disturbing act. We must find those responsible and hold accountable. A candlelight vigil was held last night to show support for the Jewish community, and members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community condemned the vandalism and expressed their solidarity with the Jewish community in the city. Members have been helping with the cleanup at the cemetery, one of whom, Kashif Chaudhry, tweeted, "They wanted to divide us. We united even more." And Jewish organizations have expressed their deep concern over the recent escalation of anti-Semitic incidents, the JCC threats, and cemetery desecrations. World Jewish Congress President Ronald Lauder said this is an attack not just on the Jewish community, but on the very values of liberty and fraternity that America stands for. He said all Americans must treat these acts with utmost severity and know that when hatred rears its ugly head, anyone can be a target. B'nai B'rith International called for the U.S. Justice Department to appoint a special coordinator on domestic anti-Semitism in light of the recent incidents. And the Anti-Defamation League is offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to the conviction of those responsible for the vandalism at the cemeteries. An event promoting and offering information for Aliyah, immigration to Israel, was held in New York City this weekend. Some 1,500 people attended the Israel Mega event, hosted by Nefesh B'Nefesh on Sunday at John Jay College. It was organized in cooperation with Israel's Ministry of Aliyah and Immigrant Absorption, the Jewish Agency for Israel, Keren Kayemet LeYisrael, and JNF USA. Nefesh B'Nefesh, who helps ease the Aliyah process for Olim from English-speaking countries, noted a record high interest in immigration from the U.S. to Israel. Additional Aliyah fairs are planned for Toronto, Montreal, and Los Angeles. Well, last night's Academy Awards saw several Jewish winners, including La La Land composer Justin Hurwitz, who won for Best Original Score, and for Best Original Song for City of Stars, which was co-written by Jewish lyricist Benj Pasek. And co-winner in the Best Documentary Feature category, Ezra Edelman, won as well. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS from Monday, February the 27th. At 7 o'clock, it's the wisdom of Dr. Ruth Westheimer. At 7:30, political activist Jeremy Hamons talks about technology and social change. At 8, Rabbi Ethan Witkowski of the Park Avenue Synagogue discusses Jewish law and helping the environment. And at 8:30, rabbinic fellow at B'nai Jeshurun, Sarah Krinsky, discusses Jewish principles in relationship to the environment. Both programs from a global day of Jewish learning of Mechon Hadar and Schechter Manhattan. At 9 tonight, Mark Golub sits down with president of Klal, Rabbi Brad Hirschfield, who talks about the true meaning of Jewish on l'chaim. And at 10, Alan Dershowitz and Dennis Ross talk about how the U.S. relationship with Israel has evolved with Bloomberg editor Ethan Bronner. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, it's In the News at 6:30 with Mark Golub. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, February the 27th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.